Hello. So today we're going to do math with 10-5. We're going to be talking about skip counting. And skip counting, it might be a little challenge at first, but if you understand how it's done and why it's done, it might make it a little easier. So we're going to start with the twos. So when you're skip counting with twos, whether you start with 1, 2, 10, whatever number you start on, you're only skipping one number. So we're going to start with 2. So we're going to say 2. There's 2 blocks. We're going to say 2. Now if you add 2 more blocks, that would be 4, correct? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we're counting just by 2's then. So we're saying 2, and then 4. Then if we add 2 more, we're now saying 6, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you think about it, all you're doing is adding that number more than the first number that you started with. So you're counting by 2's by saying 2, 4, 6. Instead of saying 1, you're just starting with 2. Not saying 3, you're saying 4 next, not 5, now you're saying 6. What would the next number be? If we have 2, 4, 6, what do we think the next one might be now? Could it be 8? Oops. Be 8 now? So we have the first 2, second 2, third 2, fourth 2. And if you go and count all of these blocks that you've been counting by 2's with, you will equal the number that you're counting by, 2. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what if we had 5's? Let's try it with 5's. I'm not going to show you with the 5's with the cubes because I won't be able to hold that many. But we're going to do it with 5's. So if you start with 5, the number 5, then you add 5 more. So if you have 5, you added 5, that's 10, right? So now the next number is 10. So 5, and then 10. What if you added 5 more again? So we'll put the 10 in our head. We say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The next number would be 15, as we're counting by 5's. So we're always going to be adding that number to the previous number. So 5, add 5 is 10. You add 5 more, it's 15. And you keep going. What would it be if you're at 15? What would the next number be? What do you think the next number might be? We're going to put that 15 in our head. And then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So now we're at 20 when we're counting by 5's. So we started at 5. Then we're at 10. We added 5 more. We're at 15. And now we added 5 more. And we are now we counted up to 20. Have you noticed a pattern when you start with 5 and you're counting by 5's? That every other number is going to end in a 5 in the ones place or a 0 in the ones place. So if you count by 5's, starting at 5, it's always going to have a 5 in the ones place or a 0 in the ones place. Let's count by 10's now. So 10's is the same way. We're just adding 10 to every number. So if we start at the number 10, we're going to say 10. And then if you think about it, the number 1 is in the tens place now. What comes after 1? 2. 2 comes after 1. Great job. So if you say 10, if you put the 2 in the tens place now it's going to be 20. And you're still adding 10 plus 10. So if you counted all your fingers twice, you now have 20. You're counting by tens. So let's see, the 2 was in the tens place. What comes after 2? Oh, you got it. 3. So 30 would be after 20 when you're counting by tens, correct? Yeah. So you need to think about it by you're adding that number, just like with the counting by 2s, counting by 5s, you're adding that number to the previous number. So you're going to say 10, and then 20. Then we said 3 was in tens place again, so it'd be 30. What is in the tens place next? You got 10, 20, 30, then what? What is it? Laura, what do you think it is? 40. Great job, everyone. You got it. It's going to be 40. So just keep adding that number. So depending on which one you are counting by, if it's 2s, 5s, or 10s, just add that number again. So you started with 2s. 2 plus 2 is now 4. Plus 2 more is 6. Same with 5s. 5 plus 5 is 10. Add 5 more is 15. And then with the 10s, you're doing the same thing again. You got 10 plus 10 would be 20. You add 10 again, you're now at 30. So all you're doing is just adding that same number onto the previous number. So let's turn the page. Make sure to fill out the 2s, the 5s, and the 10s. See how far you can go. I bet you can do all of them. I bet you can fill in every single one of those blanks. So turning the page.